Mustapha, dan Allah ka zo, ina so in ganka. Akwai wata babban matsala ne, dan Allah ka zo gida.
Even better. What about Power People show on AN?
How? But I thought AN was all about news.
Well, that's the point. You'd hardly listen to news because they believe it's boring. Well, but why not jam entertainment and news together?
Jamming news? Might work.
Don't get me wrong. I don't mean only news and entertainment. I mean real hard news, told in a way youth would enjoy.
Brilliant. Brilliant. And you know what I see too? I see an opportunity for youngsters who are interested in learning media work. Wow! You know, we're going to talk about this tomorrow at the meeting.
Baba, da na ce ka aure da ita tana shekara 14. Da an bi shawara. Da yanzu tana makaranta baba.
Na zaci abin da na yi mata shi ya fi dacewa da ita. Abin da ya same ta kuma kaddara ne.
Well, we'll get it right now and then.
Well, looks like the investors might be onto a good thing after all. Still a long way to go yet. You are far from being out of the woods. Double your sponsors, and we'll all be happy. Good day.
Yes? Speaking? Yeah. It's my son. What's the offense? I'll be there soonest. Yeah. He said he was only browsing on the internet. We just can't go into a place and pick up everyone. We can't know. These places are always full of criminals doing 419 on the internet. And even innocent people in the cyber cafe doing legitimate work. Don't blame us, man. How else can we apprehend the criminal? We have to question everyone. My son is not a criminal.
I was just browsing.
You should take your shoes. Take your glasses.
Well, let's go. Were you hanging with funny characters?
I was just browsing.
Browsing?
I had heard that a lot of Yahoo boys do their runs in that cyber cafe, but it was the nearest cyber
Yahoo?
cafe.
And what's that?
That's what they call those guys that do scam on net.
Huh, a laddie. Oh, I hear they're mostly young boys.
Young guys, sometimes teenagers.
Oh.
They send mails to people and try to dupe them.
And that's what they would rather do with their brains. You, that laddie, just be more vigilant next time you go into a cyber cafe, right?
I will, Mom, but I don't think vigilance will solve the problem.
And what will solve the problem?
I have to tell you that I'm impressed with your exclusive reporting on Mr. Amusu's case.
Thank you, Mr. Akinwumi. We did that at the price, though.
Price?
Yeah. Having our transmitters shut down, being off air for days, we lost money.
I can imagine. Actually, I think maybe you do something. Our advertising agency got a job from an NGO. It's all about an anti-child trafficking ad campaign. We have picked AN to be the sole media outlet for that campaign.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
I mean with the thing.
Syphilis.
I'm sorry, I should have
taken responsibility for giving me an STD, rather than denying having anything to do with it.
I was afraid I would lose you.
And lying made me stay with you.
I was hoping you'd forgive me.
Why? You have a tougher strain to pass on to me. It was bad enough that you were unfaithful. Look, you could have at least just protect yourself or use something. Or
I saw the doctor. I'm clean now. I miss you. And I'm so sorry. I was a fool.
sake. I'm fine if you decide to be a fool. But when that decision starts to affect me, I draw the line.
So, did you draw the line in pencil or chalk?
Sorry, I drew a permanent marker.
Cecilia, are we safe? You remember Sankey? Retired general, slave driver? I can recall.
Slave driver? Do I even need to wonder whether you listen to what I have to say?
Okay, what's he playing at now?
Politics, and he's not playing. He wants to make a series of documentaries on himself, his activities, business, philanthropy.
Good for him.
He wants AN to make those documentaries and air them. So, not to back his candidacy, just to make the documentaries and air them. And he will pay a lot of money.
Well, if Sankey is a serious candidate for office, AN will cover his political campaign as part of our political news. I will cover all his political activities as any other opponent. No more, no less.
I know you count him as one of your bad, corrupt guys. But really, Aisha, is he not a Nigerian? Should AN deny him the opportunity of presenting himself to the public simply because the MD does not like him?
Cecilia, actually you are right. He is one of my bad guys. And I know he wants to pay us a little for a little image laundering. But why I will give you a capital no now is because we will not give him any more coverage than his opponent. And that is against what AN principle stands for.
AN is a dream that needs to be fed, to be kept alive. Just don't blame me one day if you wake up and you find it dead.
Oh, sorry. You remember Maureen, my friend? The one I told you left?
Okay.
She's back. And guess what? She's come back with AIDS. I wake up in the morning and I see her face. She smiles and she says, "Good morning." I try to smile back and reply, but inside of me I'm fearing.
Fearing?
How long can it take before Maureen gets so sick that she can't even get out of bed, or smile, or even wake up? Sir, I'm really sorry for losing concentration at work at times. It's really because of some...
Sir, can you please give us a few minutes? I understand. I think you've been very brave taking in a friend with AIDS. Would you like to take a few days off and relax a little?
No, sir. I think I can cope.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
If you ever need to take time off, don't hesitate to let me know, okay?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up? Are you getting the suspension?
No. Can I talk to you?
Sure.
You know, when I heard about AIDS and its opportunistic infections, everything seemed like just a lecture to me. You know, like something you read from a book and just forgot about it. Do you understand?
I think so.
All those diseases didn't seem like something one would come in close contact with in a lifetime, but...
So how is she doing now?
Tuberculosis.
Hafiz, you are the head of the group, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, make your introductions.
The Power People Group is basically concerned with tapping the energy of young people for a positive contribution to their own lives and society. And we are hoping to be able to use some of that energy and creativity here at AN.
Yes. Well, Sidi told me about your proposal in trying to help AM make news that is appealing to the younger generation. And I thought it could be cool.
Yes. We think maybe we could tell new stories that young people are interested in hearing.
Like?
Stories about education, other young people, government policies on youth, you know, stuff that affect young people.
We'll give it the vibe.
Yes.
And vibration.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, mixing the whole thing with a lot of music and sports and other stuff. Studio will be colorful, cameras always moving, you know, presenters can always smile, laugh, speak slangs and speeding sometimes, you know. It doesn't have to be like presenting the news tonight is if you okay.
Thank you, Star, she's not here.
Our program will be different now. I've been so
Well, I suppose Ian could do with some vibe.
Yes.
Well, I see a bunch of new producers in the making, and you will be working under Mustafa here. Yeah. And I suggest you use this medium to educate the younger people about making the right choice in life. And furthermore, you can learn 1 or 2 things about TV production and journalism.
That's very cool.
Is that cool?
That's very cool, man. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
An applause for the madam.
Bosa.
Bosa.
John the
Yes, sir.
Sidi, are you okay?
These and other guys are out there changing the world. And here I am, losing minds.
No, but it was you that brought them here, right?
Yes.
Then you're changing the world too.
Sidi, it's a good thing we introduced the group to the station. Things are looking good already.
I'm glad I could help.
Thank you very much.
Doorbell Advertising wants us to work with them on a new project, child trafficking ad campaigns.
Whose dirty laundry do we have to wash this time?
I suppose I need people like this to remind me that there are still honorable people in this world.
Oh, bon. So.
For honorable people or for the contract?
The mosquitoes must have really beaten you. The prison cells would have been calling with them.
Yeah, it's like calling with the Yahoo boys.
How did you know that? Do the Yahoo boys have tags on them?
Even in the cell, they gist among themselves how the runs is going on now.
See how they've turned the internet into a bad thing.
Well, internet has not changed. It's just that more and more young guys are now using it to get useful info and to educate themselves.
They just want to make quick cash from Yahoo.
Something has to be done about this crazy.
Hey, you're in the news station. Make news.
I'm so happy to see you so bright after that sad incident with your husband. Sorry, ex-husband. Have you ever been to the beach?
No.
Okay, you know what? I'll take you to the beach. Maybe.
Hi. It's back.
Who? Henry Kruger or Clifford Orji?
Bolu.
I know. I saw him psyching you and you were just gelling for his psychs. I hope he's not back to... Look.
Mustafa, he said he's clean and he's treated himself.
And what do you expect? I'm not clean, baby. What?
Look, Mustafa, he looked so remorseful and sorry. I just could not blow him off.
I'm not following you to the clinic this time.
Look, I guarantee you. You see that there's a protection or there's no action this time. Haba.
I hope so.
Is that your sister?
Yeah.
So cute.
You're just saying it like she's just 11 years old.
Anyway, I don't know. How is she coping?
Yeah, she's coping. Nice.
What are those people doing there?
Those are the control room people.
Do you also read news sometimes?
No. I don't. My job is to make sure those news people don't say incorrect things on air.
How do you know that?
Come on. It's too much question. You're not going back home today. Let's calm down.
Don't mind the girl. She's just been curious.
Walk around. See the newsroom for yourself.
Yeah. Wow. So it runs in the blood.
Are we going to continue to cover every day of that national conference? I think it's a waste of resources. The delegates don't do anything useful.
How can you say that? They are deliberating issues of national importance.
Whatever decisions that are going to be made there concerns us all. That alone will take us there every single day of the conference.
There's going to be a police raid on the drug peddling hideout. I want to cover it.
Hey, Johnny, you didn't tell us you now work for the Secret Service.
It's John. You don't know that Johnny knows a lot of people from the inside.
Besides, this is not the first time Johnny is claiming having a relationship with people in interesting places.
Well, this time my source is the police.
Oh, boy.
So when is this raid going to take place?
I am not sure, but I know it's going to be soon. And I intend to conduct an investigation into the activities of the racket just before the police raid.
And ruin the efforts of the police? Well, I think it's a good story. But we have to allow the police action to take its full course, then we get our full story. No glitches. And I think you should cover the police raid on the drug peddling. And I think that should serve us as a background Highlight for your full story.
Yeah, Johnny, you also find out that they use the young people to peddle that stuff.
Wait, come on. Don't these people realize that they're being used? Don't the youth realize that?
No, they don't realize that they're being used. In fact, they think it's the easiest way of making money.
So, Johnny, I suggest you cover that angle. But please, no James Bond move.
Aye, aye, sir.
Why do the newscasters wear those things in their ears?
That's how they get messages from the guys in the control room.
Control room?
Yeah, that's where you
Listen up, guys. Something new. Believe it or not, a German man is in the country to trace some 419 boss who allegedly duped him over the internet.
It wasn't me.
It isn't funny at all. Do you know what this does to our reputation as a nation? He's giving a press conference at the Island Hotel. I want someone out there now.
I'll go after I finish my assignment.
Do it before. It's just a press conference. It wouldn't last long.
All right.
Mustafa, I need figures on the internet crimes perpetrated by Nigerians. Huh? And I need it quick.
Don't you see, they scammed me from someone who said he had some goods he needed to transport into the country and that all he needed was for me to send him some money in order to aid him to transport the goods down there.
Well, let
Do you
me
know what I
guess.
told him?
Let me guess. You sent him the money, waited for several weeks to become a millionaire, and then find out that you were duped.
That's your story or mine. Yours, of course. Anyway, I told whoever it was that he needed to just go straight to the bank manager and get the money, and that will make it easier for you to catch the money.
Is that what you do?
Of course, yes.
It's mine. Sorry, I have to pick this. I'm sorry, we cannot continue with this now.
Is there any problem?
No, no problem. It's just that something has come up and it needs urgent attention. That's all.
Something is definitely wrong.
Not too much. Thank you.
Beware of strangers bearing gifts.
Mr. Kinwumi is not a stranger. I've known him for some time now.
I think someone must have told him something about us.
Well, he said he would come back and fix another date of the meeting, didn't he?
I wouldn't hold my breath.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed.
Mustafa, what do you have for me on global internet fraud?
You can't believe this, sir. 15% of global internet fraud figures were Nigerian as of 2002, and in 2004, Reuters found that 48% of global email is spam and 6% is Nigerian.
Wow. So why are you quoting on the 15%?
The FBI, sir.
FBI? That's serious, huh?
Oh.
Emeka, you're back.
Yeah.
What's the situation?
Oh, it's crazy, man. But basically, the German guy said he got an email from a purported government official. And they proposed a deal that sounded perfectly legal to him. The next they asked for his email address and his account number. And whoosh, his money was gone. I don't know how they do it anyway. But I think, if we channel the time and creativity we used to doing 419 to doing something positive, we'd probably be the greatest country in the whole wide world.
Guys, we're going to have lots of fun doing this show. But first, you must never forget that this is no joke, okay? You will have the chance to talk to a lot of people at the same time, and that's real power, you know?
Yeah, information is power.
I agree with you, especially if you know how to use it, okay? You must make sure you always have access to the right information, okay? And that's if you really want to have any say in your future. You must always be aware of what is going on in your country before you act about it. You must be educated about the means of getting people to listen to you. All right? So, what would you change with the media if you had your way?
I had a bad experience. I would like you to see the internet as a way to develop themselves and not as an avenue for shady dealings.
Correct. That means I'm going to have one of you to work directly under me as a producer in training. Where's the guy that told us about moving cameras, vibe, and all that stuff?
Obinna, he said he has other things to do.
But would have done well with that guy's brains. Anyway, let me have other volunteers. All right. Eat your chocolate Milo now.
I think I should call Akinwumi and ask him what he has decided about the contract.
Won't that seem sort of solicitous?
So I should just sit here and allow another station get it? I'm 45 with 2 children and I get nauseous from pregnancy. Isn't that strange?
You shouldn't allow yourself to get so worked up. And chill out on the stress, Aisha. You can't continue to work like you used to. It's not good for the baby.
Call me paranoid, but Akinwumi's sudden cold feet seem like the action of someone who has received instructions from somebody who has a problem with AN.
And that's not a short list.
I know, but why don't you think backward in time? Who is the first person you think of?
Amisu. And you think he's behind this?
Doesn't it look like it?
I have to be going. Musa is around.
Don't I get to meet this Superman?
Superman?
We think maybe young people would pay more attention to the news if they feel the programs are more relevant to their lives.
Okay, while we work on the youth news programming, okay, we could begin to think of doing a documentary about the internet scam idea that Ladi brought up.
A lot of cyber cafes make money because of the patronage of all these kids. Scare them away and there won't be any more cyber cafes.
I'd rather we don't have cyber cafes at all. All we have now are places where young people learn.
Learn nothing. They make money they haven't worked for.
No, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. See, a lot of other people do productive work in cyber cafes. If it wasn't for the internet, I probably would still have been in school by now. During my final year exams, I got so much valuable materials from the internet that I just kept wondering what I would have done if I didn't have the option of searching on the web.
And you know, we can't ignore the fact that this whole thing is, youths are misusing the internet. Their actions give this country a bad name.
Well, okay, that's a valid argument.
Exactly.
But then we can't just ignore the possibility of the fact.
And they deceive themselves into thinking they could actually succeed without working hard.
It's unfortunate. The
Hey
situation
man,
we've
where
gotten
have you
ourselves
been? You've been missing in action.
I'm sorry, I have to see someone.
Obinna, hey, what's up? What's all the rush all about? The meeting was hardly over before you jumped out of your seat.
Nothing much, man. I'm just in a little hurry here.
Hurry to where?
Nowhere really.
Man, is there any problem you can yarn?
Man, it's just some stress, you know. My popsy isn't alive any longer. I have to work to help my family. You know the whole stress now. I'm combining that with school and this, and being a man is not a day job. You grab.
Yes. So,
I'm just holding this for somebody. I have to go.
It is brought into this town from the north where they grow it. We were employed to package it and sell on the streets.
The money they plenty.
And you also use it too?
Not so now.
Don't you have any other plans for your life? Do you want to continue doing this? Don't you want to go to school?
I don't see why I have to bother myself with school.
It's their hideout. The police are busting soon.
So how do you know when to go cover the bust?
I'll get a call.
I hope you're sure of that.
Still, I just called saying we have to reconcile with someone before we can get the contract.
Did he say who?
No.
Well, I think they just had a change of mind along the line.
Think so? It's a Sankey. He's just trying to get back at us for turning him down.
Ha, Aisha. Why should it be Sankey? Why not someone else? Why not Amisu?
Hamisu? Well, this does not feel like Hamisu's handwork. Plus, remember Hamisu is working with clip wings.
Well, I don't see why it should be Sankey. And I can't believe you are blaming me for all this.
Well, we don't have any proof. But my instincts keeps telling me that Sankey is behind this.
Let me show you something. This contains all, you know, the knots and stuffs about interview you might need to know. Okay, you see this one? My little sister.
Nice to meet you. How you doing? Nice. The minister soon. Would you like to come?
What meeting?
So,
when did the two of them become such good friends?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just a big brother. How am I supposed to know all this?
All right, got to go. You know, I felt so foolish to have allowed that to happen to me.
It will never happen again.
Maybe I should play a little harder for you to get me back. Maybe that'll make you value me some more.
Honey, you're already worth more than gold to me.
Gold?
Mm-hmm.
That's cheap. What about titanium? Or
What about priceless?
Oh.
Yeah.
That works.
Well, that's my girl.
I need to take a couple of weeks off to see my parents about the wedding.
To Akwa Ibom?
Yes.
Well, this is not the best time, but if you have to go, you have to go. Look, about what I said yesterday.
Tender power.
Hey, looks like somebody's interested in your sister.
I'm just happy to see her smiling again, you know?
She's feeling very sensitive at the moment.
She thinks General Sankey is behind all this.
Are you surprised?
I suppose she could be right. It's just that I don't feel good knowing that all this may be happening because of me. I was only trying to help.
Well, there's no point feeling guilty if you can't help it.
I don't think I can't help it.
You like him, don't you?
It is a crime to talk to someone.
Awa, hope you're enjoying yourself in Lagos.
Yes, I guess I am. But right now, I'm starving.
Starving? Mustafa, you're such a bad brother. How can you be so mean? So you mean you brought your sister all the way from Sokoto to starve her here in Lagos? Don't mind him, Jerry. I will take you myself to the cafe. Let's go.
Okay, let me go back and tell the guys first.
All right, no problem. Mustafa, don't you think you should ask her if she wants to stay with you in Lagos?
Yeah, but you know, that's not actually mine to decide, you know?
I'll just take her.
Yeah, man.
Mustafa, I need you to help me find out something about double advertising, the owners, their associates.
Why? Are you beginning a career in reporting?
Industrial espionage.
Hi everyone. There's a guy here that knows all about Yahoo and has agreed to be interviewed.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah, hello.
Meet Mustafa.
My name is Bobby, you know, but everybody calls me Bobby One Love because, you know, I'm a generous guy. You know. So, nice to meet you.
Hello, Bobby.
Yeah.
First of all, let's go to my desk. Okay. Guys, go get yourself some drinks in the kitchen. How I join them, please?
Come on, Bobby.
Bobby, sit there.
Yeah, thank you.
So, Bobby, no. Okay, you have to wait until you're out of here.
What's the problem? I'm scared of dying. Someone's going to kill you anyway.
Station policy.
Oh, please. Man, am I glad I don't work here?
Oh, really? So, Bobby, aren't you afraid of being caught?
Man, my name is Bobby, man. Nobody messes with me.
I mean, the police.
Listen, even the police, the CIA, FBI, I slip through them like catfish.
Ooh. So, you're not even afraid saying all this on air?
Yeah. You have to cover my face before you air that interview. The same thing goes for my boys, you know, because it's a different thing, you know. Well, a lot of people think internet deals are easy. But on the contrary, it's a lot of hard work. You know, besides, there are no jobs, you know, and it has kept a lot of youths busy, not to mention rich too, you know.
So you say it's hard work. What does it involve and where did you learn it?
Well, I dropped out of school and I looked at the whole thing and I realized that even graduates, when they come out, don't get jobs. So I started hanging out in different cyber cafes around town. I saw a few of my friends and they showed me one or two things about the whole thing and I learned fast.
Why doesn't
he put his efforts into something positive.
Unfortunately, there are loads of young people like him out there.
And don't you think this is robbery?
Of course not. You know, besides, we don't use guns. You don't even get to see the people you're dealing with. Everything is click on the mouse and keyboard.
Well, you might not think it is robbery, but the society and the law do think so. Have you said they call you One Love because you teach this to anyone that wants to know.
Oh yeah, you know, I'm just sharing the love now.
Have you ever taught this to anyone?
Yeah, I have. I could show you some of my apprentices, some of my many apprentices, you know, in cyber cafes around town, you know. Watch out for me, I'm blowing up soon. Don't you want to know how it's done? The more people that, you know about it, you know, the more people get to eat with it, you know.
All right. So, okay, take over.
Okay, now type in the password. It's done. Well, this message always works every time, you know. As in, imagine the people that we deal with, they're also greedy as well, if you come to think of it. Because how else would you believe that, you know, a corrupt government official needs, whose bank account has been frozen, needs foreign currency and to bribe so that his account will be, you know, released by the government?
That's not true, man. You see, they are mostly old, lonely people looking for companionship.
Yeah, that's so believable.
You know, you're only looking for justifications for your actions, ba?
Whatever. So who will be the lucky victim for this test email now, I wonder?
Well, luckily we are protected against such scam mails. So we're going to send it to someone within the station.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
There's an electronic surveillance system, okay, that prevents scam mails from getting out of the station. Okay, if we have that for this country, the whole of this country, you wouldn't be here doing this interview.
Well, we don't, and I'm having a ball.
Really? Okay, I think that's it. Thank you. Thank you.
So what happened when the police arrested you?
I don't have a choice.
Boys.
Do you have something for me?
Yes, I do. Mr. Akinwumi used to be the personal assistant to General Sankey. That was when the general himself was the Minister of Natural Resources.
Do you know if they had any dealings recently?
Well, he paid doorbell advertising a courtesy visit 5 months ago. That could be something, you know.
Thanks. I recommend a salary increase.
If that's what it took.
So guys, I don't think we can do this study now.
Yeah, I'm not in school because there's a good chance of making good money here. I couldn't make that kind of money if I'm in school. I'll be wasting a lot of time.
Are you not afraid the police will come here and arrest you and your friends?
Well, in life, everything has its own risk. And I think the gain here is worth the risk.
When you become adult, will you encourage your own kids to do this kind of thing for a living?
Well, I won't encourage my child to do this kind of thing for a living.
All this because we refused your publicity proposal?
You thought you could get a pat in the back for doing that, huh?
But there are other media houses that can do the same thing for you. Your action has made me to look bad before my boss. She thinks I'm responsible for all these problems.
Maybe you are. You failed to convince her to work for me. It isn't too late though. Tell your boss, if she sways my way, there's a lot we can do together. She will have more patronage than she can handle.
Won't you have a change of mind?
It is you who should have a change of mind. There is nothing wrong with my proposition there.
You should have seen his face when I told him I was not going to pay now.
So what did you do? Just let him?
You were right.
What are you talking about?
Sankey. He's using his influence to stomp on us.
Who are you willing to believe that now?
Because the Because he told me so himself.
Cecilia, you didn't go to plead with him, did you?
What I don't understand is why can't another TV station do it for him?
You know, people like that don't like to pretend by people. They think they are inferior, especially women. And to think that Akinwumi will allow himself to be manipulated like this.
I'm not surprised. They go way back.
You see what I keep saying?
Ina farin cikin shaida maka cewa na yi ma Hauwa sabon miji. Kuma wanda muka samu wannan karan irin masu kulawa da iyalinsu din nan ne.
Amma Baba, ai...
Duk da cewa yana da mata 3 da 'ya'ya 7.
Mata 3 da 'ya'ya 7?
Baba, gaskiya ya kamata gaskiya a bata. Mu gode Allah ma da ta mi godiya ma da ta samu kanta. Wancan hali da ta shiga ai ba halin da ya kamata ta shiga ba.
Hauwa, wannan abun alheri ne ya same mu gaba daya. Domin halin da take shiga ba duka namiji bane zai so ya aure ki. Amma duk da haka wannan ya yarda ya aure ki. Kuma sai muka yi sa'a wannan yana da abin da ku 'ya'yan zamani kuke ce ma cash.
Baba, ina ga ya kamata a barta. Ina ga ya kamata a barta.
Na ɓata shekaru da dama. Ni gaskiya Baba yanzu ba zan iya rike 'ya'yan wasu ba.
Oh, wato yanzu so kike mu bakki ki ta zama a gida har ƙarshen rayuwarki ba za ta ƙara aure ba? To ba zai yiwu ba.
Abin da nake nufi shine ni ma abin da zama abin da nake son yi a rayuwa na. Ina son zama 'yar jarida ne.
Ni Baba ita ma fa yanzu ta mallaki hankalin kanta. Dan ita karamar yarinya ne bai zama cewa ba ta tabbata mallaki hankalin kanta ba ta san abin da take yi.
Kai ma ka san ina matukar bakin cikin abin da ya same ta. Kuma kai ma ka san ba zan so 'yata in bar rayuwarta ta lalace ba.
Baba ka sa ido a kaina. Abin ne zaba abin da nake so yi da rayuwa. Na dau alkawari duk abin da ya faru da ni na so.
Mr. Akinwumi, Aisha. Well, things will never change if we continue to behave this way. You know, I expected you of all people not to allow yourself to be taken.
There's nothing I could have done about it, Aisha. Shanky is just someone I can't defy. There's more to it than what you know.
There's nothing to know. All it means in the end that you're a puppet. Is that how you want to run your business? If I have to prostrate to Shanky's wishes before I can do business with you, then I suggest you keep your contract.
Hey, you okay now?
Yeah, I feel better about the whole thing now. I went on the internet and you're right.
Yeah?
Yes. There's a risk of contracting TB, but only due to extreme close contact with the infected person. Thank you.
Baba kai kana ganin Hauwa ba za ta zama dan jarida ba? Na fa lura da ita sosai, tana da kokari, tana da kwazo kuma tana da halaka. Me yasa to ba za a bata ta ilimi ba? Daidai gwargwado kuma ta zama abin da take so ta zama a duniya. Baba? Ya kamata ta zama mutum a duniya mana.
Shin wannan yarinya yake ce ko tawa?
Taka ce?
Na yi farin ciki da ta gane da haka.
A matsayinka na uba, ya kamata a rike Hauwa yanda mahaifi ya kamata rike ta ba matsi.
Wannan gaskiya ke ne a matsayina na baban Hauwa ya kamata in bata umarni kuma ta dauka domin ta samu alheri a rayuwarta.
Na yadda. Nufin ka yanzu ba abin da ya canza kenan?
Canza daga mene?
To baba bari ba ka wani labari.
Ina jinki.
Akwai wata yarinya da ubanta ya matsa sai ya aure da ita tana da 'yar shekara 14. Kuma a cikin birnin zuciya tana buƙatar ilimi ne. To da ta ga wannan abin ya faskara sai ta wuce ta bar musu gida. Tabba zama ta shiga duniya. Cikin ikon Allah sai wasu mutane masu tausayi wanda ba addinin su ɗaya ba ba yare ɗaya ba suka ɗauke ta suka saka ta a makaranta suka ba ta ilimi daidai gwargwado kuma ta auri wanda take so bayan ta zama abin da take so. Ita fa wannan matar ko kuma wannan yarinyar ba wata bace fa illa ni baban Hauwa da nake zaune nan tare da kai. To me yasa ba za ka bar ita ma Hauwa ta zama iri na ba?
Baba, kaga nan muke cin abinci.
Nan din? To. Kai mai da kayan ka ni ba abin da ya kawo ni kenan ba. Abin da nake so ka gaya mani shine me yasa ka kawo ni nan garin?
Baba, na san yadda kake so wa Hauwa rayuwa na gari. Kana son ta ji daɗin rayuwarta bayan duk wahalhalun da ta sha daga wannan cuta ta yoyon fitsari da ta yi da kuma wannan saki. Baba, ni ma ai abin da nake so mata kenan. Na san ta ji daɗin rayuwarta bayan duk wannan wahalhalu da ta sha.
To, na yi murna da wani ya fahimce ni.
Baba, ai ni ma din dai duk da haka abin da nake so mata kenan.
To dukan ba
kana ganin bata
dukkan mu ba abin da muke nema ba kenan? Ban gane ba.
To baba kana ganin cewa Hauwa ya mace ce ba ta da tunanin kanta.
Mustapha, ina so in gaya maka wani abu. Kada ka manta yarinyar nan wannan ba mace bane, ba nan ba namiji bane, mace ce. So bai kamata a sake ta yi abin da ta ga dama ba zai yiwu.
Baba su ma mata ai suna da tunani. Kuma Hauwa ta riga ta yanke kanta shawaran cewa ga abin da ga irin rayuwar da take so ta yi. Ba sai dai ko a shi mata albarka ba.
Ina so ka fahimci wani abu Mustapha. Duk uba na kwarai zai ba ya shi umarni. Ita kuma idan tana so ta gama da duniya lafiya dole ta bi umarnin shi.
Baba da ka bata umarnin ta yi aure me biyo baya. Baba abin da nake so gane da ka bata dama da yanzu baka zo kana neman mata yadda za ta kubuta daga wannan cutar yoyon fitsari ko kuma duk wani walhalin da duk ba mu sha ba. Da yanzu lafiyan talau kuma tana cikin walwala.
Ka san Allah a zatora a wannan lokacin abin da na yi mata shine daidai.
Baba kamar yadda kake gani abin da kake mata yanzu shine daidai.
No wonder that the president says no government official must make a foreign trip without his approval. Talk about executive child lock.
Yeah. And boy, if you think you've seen disasters, this one will make you cringe in fear. Imagine a tidal wave that washes out a whole community. Now, wow. If you're not living in the Southeast Asian, man, you better be thanking your stars right now. Okay, we're gonna make some paper now, and we'll be right back at here after these messages.
I saw that end bit. That was cool. I can't believe you did that. Anyway, if you guys keep it up like this, I believe you'll begin to have lots and lots of fans very soon. Right? You're welcome. Okay. Baba.
Ina so zan koma gida.
Za ka tafi?
Ni a ganina ya kamata ki biyo da mu koma gida tare domin ki aure Abubakar. Ko da yake ni da wanki mun yanke shawarar cewa bai kamata a kowane lokaci rika matsa maki kina yin abin da nake so. Kuma zama da kika ce kina so ki yi a Lagos tana yiwa a sa'a. Tana yiwa kuma ya kasance kin yi zaben tumin dare. Kin gane ai?
Baba tunda ta ce tana son ta zauna a Lagos din a batta. Ta ce duk abin da ya faru ta janyo ai. This still needs some work.
And we could get fashion outfits to provide branded hip clothing with an AN on the back. What do you say?
It needs a lot more work. It needs to understand that it shouldn't just go for the vibe part of it.
Vibe, sir.
Vibe. And it's also important that they tackle important news issues on the program. And to make it more interesting and relevant to young people, they can now add as much vibe as they want.
Vibe, man. Asaro. Have you seen this, Cecilia?
Yes. I saw a bit in the studio. They are good.
Oh, it's quite interesting. Look, about what I said, I am sorry. I know you have been dedicated and I appreciate all your efforts for this station. Once again, I am sorry.
But sorry too.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so proud of you guys. Thanks.
Akumi, can you tell me exactly why you did this to me?
I think I owe you an apology for
making a crooked choice?
I was under pressure. But something is coming up soon. I know for sure
I will surely get to you.
Why did he?
It's a shame that a member of the group should be in this kind of situation.
I needed to go. My family, I needed sister's school fees. I needed the money. I had no choice.
You had choices. You just made the wrong one.
True, I should never have done this. I had a job in the provision shop, but I felt it wasn't giving me the money very quickly. What do I do now?
Don't worry, okay? Everything will be alright. Obina, we will do everything we can to get you out of here. You are not alone, alright? Don't worry, it's alright. It's alright. We'll do all we can to get you out, alright? You are not alone, okay?